Hello, future students of SUNY Sullivan. This is Dr. Santiago. I'm the advisor for the computer science program at the campus. And I would like to give you a little brief description of our programs. We have two tracks. One is computer support and the other one is computer programming. Computer programming is kind of like heavy on the math side because a lot of programming is done on uh, on the math. Uh, so technically, you need to know the math equations in order to uh, properly configure or write a program. Some examples of these languages that you're gonna be learning at the university. Uh, it's Java, Visual Basic, C++, database management, which is different kinds of programming. Same concepts, but it's just apply a little bit differently. You're going to do some web development and require prerequisites is for you to have a good knowledge of pre-calc or algebra, statistics, and so on. Um, uh, Jobs in this area, you could potentially, with an associate degree, you could earn between $40,000 to $60,000 a year. You could work as a computer programmer, mobile app developer, web developer, or even database administration. Again, the range it could be it's adjustable because these are the data I got from 2019. They're not too old, but those are the numbers. Um, the other side is that if you don't like too much math, you could come into the computer support track, which is mostly on the technical side, as on the hands-on approach. Both programs are hands-on because trust me, you're going to be doing a lot of labs, a lot of rehearsals, and a lot of coding in the programming side. But also in the computer support side, you're going to be doing a lot of cables. You're going to be repairing computers, actually taking down computers. We just acquired a new network laboratory, and where students get the opportunity to install and configure switches, network switches, routers, servers, and so on. So it's not just, you're not going to be just learning from the book, but the book is just going to be a guide, but mostly it's going to be done hands-on approach. You're going to need some tools, actual tools. You're going to be you're going to learn how to measure current, basic stuff. It's not an electrician course, but you need to become familiar with some electrical readings, such as AC and DC, and where to expect the voltages and the type of voltages and so on. You could now our faculty. We have several faculty members. Here's the youngest one. This is Professor Aaron Smith. He teaches the courses of Java, C++, data structure, and mobile apps. He's the youngest one in our team. Uh, he's a good guy. You're gonna like him. This is Professor Stephen Samuel. He teaches most of the computer app courses. Um, so he's another good team member. Um, this is Professor Wendell Ortega. She's an engineer uh, by trade, and she teaches the internship in computing, and she also teaches some of the computer programming courses. And this is me. I teach a lot of the computer programming, and mostly I teach most of the computer support uh, courses. So you're going to be seeing me a lot on both sides, programming and also in the computer support track. Here's some of my students, and this is the networking essential course. So they actually are doing stuff with their hands and tools. Uh, uh, he's connecting the cable to the patch panel, and these guys are here planning, reading the instructions and making sure that they know where this rack is going to go because all the equipment is going to go here on that rack. Um, this happened four. This is a different team, and they're putting their rack together. Um, before to do putting your equipment on the rack, you need to configure it. So in this lab, every student has his own Cisco switch, in which they learn how to configure it. And the computer repair course is another interesting course where students actually get their own computer and get to assemble, disassemble, upgrades, diagnose computer program problems. And the first thing you need to do is identify whether the problem is hardware or software. That's the most basic step in the troubleshooting process. Um, so you can see that our faculty is also involved in other activities outside the university. We brought a colleague of ours from Nigeria. Uh, this is Dr. Longi. He came from Nigeria to give us a lecture on information security. And then I went to their conference at the King University in New Jersey, and I gave a lecture on information censorship and the role that IT plays in it. It was an interesting experience, and so students also go to these conferences, and it's going to be added value to your stay here at SUNY Sullivan. So if you have any questions, you feel free to call me. My phone number is going to be in the email that you're going to be receiving with this video. So take care, and I look forward to hearing from you and to see you at the SUNY Sullivan in the fall. Take care.